Well, I hope everyone out there had a happy new year. I know I did. I hope everyone celebrated with the ones you love and had a good time, and hope you can remember what it is you celebrated. I used to play in a band for years, and we would have New Year's Eve gigs where we always turned it up full blast, and then a lot of times we'd have a gig the next day on New Year's Day, and I used to joke to the crowd and say, all right, for those of you that drank with us last night, you were the amateurs, and for those of you who are still drinking tonight, you're the professionals. So, yeah, I hope everyone had a good one. It looked to me like Donald Trump didn't have too good a time. Some of the clips I saw from his New Year's Eve celebration, some of the funniest shit I've ever seen in my life. Couldn't happen to a nicer guy. He's sitting there ringing in the new year with Vanilla Ice, a Ninja Turtle, and an Elvis impersonator. And when I first saw that, I said, there's no way that's real. I was like, this can't be really happening. It ain't 1990. What the hell's wrong with him? But no. His entertainment was Vanilla Ice, an Elvis impersonator, and a Ninja Turtle. Now, I sometimes wonder, I know he didn't book that. So my question becomes, who did? Because I want to buy that person a beer. They had to be trolling him. There's no way in hell that someone in 2023 going into 24 said, hey, let's book a Ninja Turtle and Vanilla Ice. That would be cool. And he's standing there looking all miserable. The countdown happens. That's usually when everybody turns and hugs the ones they love and gets their New Year's kiss. But Melania was nowhere to be found. And he's just standing there looking madder than hell, just as mad as he was on Christmas Day when he said everybody could rot in hell. At the end of the day, I think that the reason why he looked so down and out is because he realizes what's ahead of him in 2024. The dude is a master con man. He's a master bullshitter. He's been bullshitting and grifting his flock this entire time. So he's going to continue to get on Truth Social and type in all caps and crooked Joe Biden and deranged Jack Smith, and they're all out to get me and blah, blah, blah. And he'll cut up pieces of the last suit that he wore. Maybe even cut up the one he wore on New Year's Eve, and people will buy it and shit like that. And I'm still calling it that he's going to come out with his own brand of cologne because rumors has it that he stinks. But he'll keep being himself. But I think deep down underneath all of that, he knows at the end of the day what's headed for him in 2024. I mean, imagine being him and you've got to look down at everything that's coming your way. There's no way you could sit there and be happy about it, and you sure as hell couldn't be happy about it watching Vanilla Ice and a Ninja Turtle, And I'm not knocking any of those things, by the way. I grew up on Elvis's music, love it. And yeah, I watched the Ninja Turtles when I was a kid. They were a big thing, and I'll go ahead and own it. Yeah, I had that Vanilla Ice cassette tape. Somebody bought it for me, but still, yeah, I had it. I listened to it. More people did than cares to admit it. And that's what I hope Donald Trump becomes in years to come. I hope that he becomes the Vanilla Ice of presidents. I hope that he becomes the guy that no one wants to actually admit that they ever owned his merch, that no one wants to admit that they ever got behind him and supported him. That's my hope for Donald Trump. I sat here and I thought about making some kind of year in review video or maybe do an episode of my podcast where I reviewed 2023. And then I thought, why would we want to look back on that stuff? There's a whole lot about it that I never want to look back at and think about again. I would much rather move forward into 2024. We've got a lot coming at us this year already in the news, and it's an election year. And, there's no point in looking backwards. It's all about moving forward to me. And I don't make New Year's resolutions because I never keep them. I mean, if I'm just being honest with you, if I've ever made one, I might have kept it till mid-February, if that, I might have, I remember one time I vowed to quit drinking and I made it to like Valentine's Day. I think it's as far as I got. But, it's like I don't do those things. All I'm going to vow to do is what I've been doing, and that's standing on the side of truth and standing on the side of a democracy, and I'm just going to keep working hard to call out and point out the hypocrisy in hopes that one person sitting on the fence at the Christmas and New Year's dinner table, the one that was sitting there listening to their crazy conspiracy uncle, maybe he'll stumble across what it is we're saying, and he'll say, yeah, that's a lot of bullshit I'm hearing at my table. So, that's who we're talking to. We're never going to reach the extremists. We're never going to reach the cultists. I realize that. But we're just going to keep standing on the side of truth and democracy. And while we're doing it, we sure as hell ain't going to be jamming down to no Vanilla Ice.